You're on, Madam Chair.
Good evening. I would like to call the Parks and Recreation Board meeting to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for that. Do we have any public comment for items not included on the agenda? No public comment. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes from our August 19th meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the August 19th meeting.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. So our discussion decision, master plan for the county recreation, next steps. I did attend the trust board meeting, don't remember the date, earlier this month, and they did approve our $31,500 request. So that was fantastic. I think everybody's excited to see that move forward and progress. So next steps, Commissioner Rickmeyer, do you remember what the...
I need my timeline, which I'm sorry I don't have in front of me, that we had kind of worked on and went backwards with. I would think talking to Jerry Grabant probably would be the next steps, is let Great West know that we want to move forward with that full master plan and kind of see what we need to do from there.
Can I add to that, Madam Chair? I think also we need to think about how we're going to fund the additional, what was it, 13.5?
That was going to be my question, yes.
So I feel like we have a couple of options. It's a board project, so I'm sorry to say I'm not a board member. Excuse me. A couple of options in that all of the 13.5 comes out of the Parks and Rec Board Fund, which is sitting, I want to say, around $30,000. So that's one option. Another option would be to go to the commissioners and request that they pay the 13.5 out of PILT. PILT is payment in lieu of taxes. So that's a fund that the commissioners have. It's not an ongoing fund, so it would never fund a department or a person, but it's kind of a rainy day fund, if you will. Maybe a third option would be to go to the commissioners and ask to split that difference. So what would that be, $67.50 if my math is correct? $6,750 out of Parks and Rec Fund, $6,750 out of PILT. So I guess that's something I would like this board to consider. Maybe make a motion on how you want to proceed with that 13.5.
Because the PILT it's also earmarked for certain, like it's not, or I guess can the county use PILT money for anything, or does it have to be for certain?
So if I may, sorry to cut you off.
No.
PILT is something we can use, really as we see, like as needed. We usually use it for grant matching and different projects. We've kind of stopped using PILT for anything like salaries or anything that's recurring, more like for projects and whatnot. So I think it's a perfectly reasonable request, but you guys can decide how you want to do that or what you want to ask for. I can't speak for the commission on that. So.
Yeah. Yeah. My recommendation, I think asking for the full, because the worst they're going to say is no.
Yeah.
Then we say, okay, well then half.
Asking for the full to include it, since we still have the vault toilet that's also pending for us.
True, that is true. Yeah, we do still have that potential cost.
Yeah. And go from there, because unless the commissioners want to pay for the vault toilet.
Very true. This is true.
Through the PILT.
Yes. Do either of you want to make a formal motion on that?
Sure, yeah, I motion that we present it to the board or commissioners first and see if they'll pay for the full amount. Go from there.
Second?
I'll second that.
And I'm in favor as well, so thank you. Will that need to be something that one of us does in person?
Yes.
What, agenda-wise, when would be the earliest available?
October 9th.
9th. Yeah. Thank you.
The 9th? I'm
Yes.
sorry, is that what you said?
We could do it on the 9th.
Okay. And that is, what time is that?
Typically 10 a.m.
10 is the meeting? Okay.
I'm anticipated to have quite a few agenda items that day, and so I would just,
Put
when
them
they're
first.
building it, I would like that to go first. So I don't
Yeah.
want to speak for the commissioner's agenda, but
I think that's fine.
I would rather take the later half of the meeting my own self. So
Okay.
Yes.
I will plan on, I should be able to make that, well, I should probably look before yeah, I should be able to make that fine, or if Jen is around and she wants to, but yeah, either will, I'll talk to her and either one of us will. Unless either one of you gentlemen want to go.
Mhm.
looks like.
I won't be able to make it the
I'm just
9th.
adding it right now.
Yep.
What about you?
What time is it on the 9th?
10 a.m.
10.
Let me look. I work from home, so if I'm free, I'll go with you.
Madam Chair, can I ask a question? So who's responsible for letting, does somebody need to?
I'm just gonna put it on the agenda right now. I'm gonna send a note to Daleen and ask her to add it. And we'll ask her to add it first again, so it's right at 10. Barring any weird thing that comes up that has to go first.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens, but I think we'd be fine.
Yeah, the earlier in the meeting is better, so you don't end up getting stuck
Behind.
behind somebody who's
You don't wanna be behind
You
certain
there's
people. Might take a minute.
I learned that last month.
So October 9th at 10.
Yes.
I got a meeting at 11. As of right now, that's it till the afternoon.
I'm free that whole, I
Okay.
work from home too,
Okay.
but I'm free that whole day, so.
All right,
if it's-
cool.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about any conflict or.
All right.
As of right now, I don't have anything else, so I won't have anything else.
Is there anything else? Sorry.
Yeah, and I think the more, if Jen is available, that's fantastic. Michael, I understand you can't be here. That I'm not trying to shame you into it by any means. The more, so don't take this wrong. The more board members that can be present, I think it's a good showing, for the commissioners that, you're not just volunteering at a meeting, you're really wanting this to go through and see this master plan to fruition. So, anyway.
Sounds good.
So I guess beyond that, I mean, we don't really have much until, so we'll go to the commissioners for Pope money or to figure that out, and then talking with Great West about next steps, but that's, right, we don't have much more to do until then.
No, and I can talk to Great West. I'll make myself a note. Actually, better send it via email. Make myself a note to talk to Great West and let them know that we are likely a go. We just have to make sure that we can come up with the full dollar amount, which I know we will be able to come up with a full dollar amount. It's just, where it's going to come from. So I don't want them to be starting anything just yet until we absolutely, that's just my thought, but if the board wants me to get Jerry to start next week, we sure can.
I don't think, again, not having that timeline, but I don't think that there was any, I think that we have a little bit of leeway, don't we, in there?
Yeah, I think, we're not on like a strict timeline, but I think
No.
we've got wheels turning, we're moving forward. Obviously we don't want to wait till next month, but if we can get a hold of Jerry and say, here's where we're at, we're waiting for the PILT, or excuse
Or
me,
the decision last.
we're waiting for approval of some kind to, get that remaining amount. We're asking the commissioners, and we'll let you know. And as soon as we know on the 9th or whatever the commissioners say, I never know what the commissioners are going to say as a group. So we can follow up, but we can tell him that we approved that larger plan and maybe to prepare for that. And, we'll let him know more on the 9th. And then maybe prior to our next meeting, we can start adding some things for the agenda that are more specific based on what Jerry says.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah, more action items for what we need to be doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think ideally it would be great if our October meeting, we could have Jerry, even via
Yes.
FaceTime or Teams or something, could
Yeah.
have Jerry be present to talk about
What,
next steps.
yeah, what those
Right.
action
Mhm.
items are for,
Mhm.
okay.
Because then we'll have to start looking at our calendars
Mm-hmm.
and moving into the holiday season for public meetings and, the public outreach piece of it, so.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll have some ideas on timing, what's going to be best for timing for all that too, I would imagine. So
Sounds good to me. Does
Like-
anybody else, sorry.
nope, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just, if anybody had any other discussion items or anything on that?
No, we're on that one.
I want to say one thing. If you guys have ideas and some different things or see projects or other things other than just this master plan, I mean, this has been kind of a big lift to move this forward. A little bit, again, we haven't done it before, so this is kind of a new process for everyone. But if there's other stuff that you think of or that you're interested in, please bring it to the board. I think that's important. As Abra sends out agenda items, bring it up. We can discuss it. We can talk about it. There doesn't have to be a decision, obviously, as a board. You don't always have to make a decision. You can just address it. Also, I wanted to say, as we schedule future meetings, and we're kind of letting a few different boards know this, and it's hard because it's so nice to have wonderful volunteers who are helping us, but it is difficult for our admins, so Abra, Misty, Daleen, because they are employees of the county and they're blocking their time to serve on these boards, and it's based out like whether they take vacation or whatnot is all based around the dates that the boards have. So as we schedule meetings and go back and forth discussing meeting times, I think it's going to be best to keep in mind that we need to make sure like they are available. And I say they because it is Abra, Misty, and Daleen. But if Abra's gone, that means Misty has to work after hours or Daleen has to fill in different hours. So if we can all be really cognizant of that and work with our admin assistant schedule, that's really, really helpful. I know it's hard because I know our chairwoman is gone a lot and she travels and she likes to be here, but that's all. That's all I got.
Was there any new business?
Only new business I had, someone brought up to me, my daughter and a group of her friends, the new park. When and I say we lightly because I'm not sure when it was voted on before, but the new park that was just put in is limited from 5 to 12-year-olds. Is that something we knew beforehand? I guess there's a sign that says out front that says 5 to 12-year-olds.
Over at Heritage?
Heritage?
Yeah. On the new equipment. I guess it's weight limited also, but that's the 5 to 12-year-olds. So I was like, oh, that's new.
Huh.
So
I highly doubt, sorry, I shouldn't speak out of turn here,
I didn't.
but I highly doubt that anyone from the city is going to enforce that.
well, I know it's not
Right, that's-
forcible,
that-
but also
It's
you get somebody discouraging or parents going, well, my little one should be on there. Kind of like not too long ago about the skate park, but they see teenagers on it and now they want to kick them off. But also weight limit too, because I guess my daughter's not big, 90 pounds, and she was swinging on it before she saw the sign, and it was rocking pretty well. So
Really?
looking at it,
Interesting.
Wow, I was not
No
aware.
idea.
We were there
I-
installing that.
Yeah.
It's in concrete.
Yeah.
but I think it's just the tubing, the way the tubing's designed. So
Yeah.
but
And the spring toys were ruined, I think, because of.
Did they replace all the swing set?
they replaced all the
stuff?
swing sets.
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So-
Okay.
Yeah, we set them. Every post is in concrete.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't. I think it's just the post that holds himself. But I thought it was interesting that we voted something that I've seen a lot of teenagers go
Yeah.
hang out, do whatever the teenagers do. But now, if parents are going to be of the younger kids yelling, forcing them off. Now they have a little sign over there that says 12
It
to.
says you can't, yeah,
Huh.
you're not supposed to be on
That
there.
Yeah.
should be more, I mean, one swings for handicaps. I mean, I
Mhm.
could see having something for that. I
Yes.
Like, this is
Right.
the- yeah.
Regular
Mhm.
swings
The
and
regular
stuff,
swings.
I don't know who could damage that.
Yeah,
weight.
same. So
Yeah.
I didn't. I figured that we wouldn't, but I figured I'd bring it up since we kind of voted it in and we just put it in not long ago.
That is interesting. Yeah, I have seen it though. I've had my grandson over there, and
Mhm.
I know where you're talking about, that sticker, and I truly paid no attention to it.
I didn't
My
either.
grandson's
I didn't
3 and
read it.
probably 90 pounds, so
Yeah.
he's a moose. Yeah, but I didn't
Mine's
even
3
even
months
think
and
about that. Yeah, and when we were installing it there, like
Mhm.
you know, they were
I didn't
they
think-
that I don't know
Yeah.
how much concrete they
There's
poured
no
in, but
possibility
Yeah.
this real.
But I figured I'd just bring it up. Not something we have to really go, but just to make mention and
yeah.
if need be, make an adjustment and put something there. It's more inclusive to more of the kids that use it.
Well, you
You're
know, if it-
absolutely right. You don't want to discourage 16-year-olds from hanging out at the
Mhm.
park. I mean,
just
that's-
relaxing on the swings or
Yeah.
hanging out. Yeah.
Well, and
Okay.
like you said, if the conflict part of it is more of, if it does become a,
Or do
I
we
mean-
just take that little sign down? That's why I was wondering if there's
That's
a
what I'm
weight
wondering.
limit to them or something to that effect. But
Maybe that's
I'm
something
gonna
for
ask-
Stacy.
I'm going to
Mhm.
ask City Council actually,
Oh,
because
City
the City
Council,
Council, being that it's a city park, City
Mhm.
Council is.
Mhm.
I would, the weight limit should only be for that one handicap.
I would think the
Yeah.
plastic ones. I
Yeah.
would think. So.
I wonder if that was the intent, but it's just not clear that it's for that
Right.
one.
Make
Mhm.
it
They
more
just didn't-
specific for that.
Yeah.
The other one is, I mean, they call it a mommy and me swing. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, it's
That's
a
too-
tandem swing, but they call it
Yeah.
mommy,
Mommy
and me,
me.
like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And so the weight limit, I mean, by nature, obviously the age, but the weight limit by nature is going to exceed 90
Correct.
pounds
Yeah.
likely if you have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's
So.
what
That's
was that
weird.
gal's name that was heading that whole deal up?
Stacy.
Stacy Summer.
Yeah, she might be a good one to ask
Mm-hmm.
about that, since she's schooled in the playground again and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see.
you know,
I will
think
find
that's
out.
a good thing to follow up on.
Tell your daughter good job for reading the sign.
I would try to get
Yeah,
her
no
and her friends
kidding.
to
She's the
come
only
in.
one that read it?
Because I saw it
Uh-huh.
and I disregarded it. I didn't go on the swings, but I disregarded it.
Yeah.
Again, my grandson's 3, he's not 5, so it's.
I love it. You just admit that. I totally
I
disregarded
did.
the
I know.
sign.
I saw it. I know where it's at, and I didn't
Yeah.
even pay attention because it was like, oh, it's a swing set. Of course, kids can play on it.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, good for her.
Yeah.
I'm actually very proud of her. For
Her and her
Yeah.
friends came up and told me that, and I was like, because she knows she's been to one of the meetings before, and she's like, "Why did you guys do this?" I'm like, "Oh, you guys should definitely come be part of the community." I could
should
not
come,
get to.
come and roast your father publicly.
Roast, yeah,
Make
yeah.
the public statement. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
That's awesome.
precious.
Yeah.
I will do my best to get an answer from City Council and Stacy by the next meeting.
Just to see, maybe if we can see what it is.
Yeah,
Well,
if there's a
even
reason why they have to be
not
there.
necessarily by the next meeting, but with Fall Fest coming up, I mean, the playground is full of children at
Oh
Fall
my
Fest,
gosh,
and,
it's
you know, if there was
crazy.
sort
Some
of a-
adults
Yeah.
might
And
be
some
using
adults,
the swings.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the conflict
Very
part of
high
it, if there was
likelihood.
something that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just throw a blanket over the sign until we get it
Right.
right.
we'll just put some painter's tape over it
There you go.
for the weekend. If it happens, it really wasn't me.
Yeah.
So I should have said that publicly. Maybe don't follow the rules, but I don't break the rules intentionally.
There you go.
Huh. Well, tell her thank you.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate, that she saw that. And
Does she
thought
want to
of it.
serve on the board? She-
I think there's an
totally.
age limit. Yeah.
I guess we could remind everybody if there is anyone listening.
Yes,
we
if
need-
there is
we
anyone
need-
listening, you could come and join this.
Join our board.
Parks and Rec.
Yes. We need one more.
Oh,
Recruit, guys, recruit.
Trying to recruit.
Almost everybody I know is in Helena.
Oh,
The
yeah.
only person I know in Townsend, do you know Frank Davis?
Yeah, he's great.
Okay, yeah, that's the only person I know in Townsend.
Yeah.
Because we go to the same church in Helena,
Oh,
so I know Frank,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and he's not going to get on.
Not interested.
No.
I think he was on solid waste for a time.
Yes, and that
Mhm.
ruined him.
Yeah.
He's
It's
done.
it's
Yeah, you
funny.
know how Frank is. Frank's very
Yeah.
outspoken. And,
Yeah.
No, he's not going
Not gonna do that.
to.
Hopefully.
Mhm.
I've got one person I'm working on. I'm going to keep poking at her. See
You know,
what
I
we can
wonder, I'm thinking about this too. Is there a reason why, I'm just putting this out there, I'm not expecting him to have an answer, but that we couldn't have, a high school member?
I think it'd be
I think
awesome
it'd
to
be
have
super
younger
awesome.
kids involved in our stuff, honestly.
Yeah,
Good
to have
perspective.
a high school student or 2 or 3, I mean,
Mhm.
to, if, what I'm saying is I know with sports, so to have
Mhm.
just one
Sure.
person obligated might not work, but like I don't know.
Almost like a voting liaison
Mhm.
from,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, from like student body.
They have like a UN charter there or something
Right.
like that,
Yeah.
where they can rotate in.
Right.
Right?
So I know some
Depend-
schools have it.
Depending on the sports or
Mhm.
or academic schedule, yeah.
I think it'd be neat to have a younger, not that we're old, younger contingent, high school
We're
age
all
contingent.
over 40. I
Okay,
think,
all right,
you know,
we'll just let
it's-
it go. We'll let it go. But yeah, just that'd be good to see. I look at anything. We're developing our community,
Mhm.
right? So it's theirs to live in. They get to live here and grow up here and be part of it. So
Well, especially, once we're just starting this master plan project, like, I know that might seem kind of boring, maybe for a youth, but actually be kind of interesting to like kind of see how does a project happen.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I bet some of the ideas would be good coming
Mhm.
from some
Yeah.
of the
Yeah, the perspective would
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, we should look at that too.
playground equipment that you can be over 90 pounds.
Or over 12.
Yeah,
Or
over
over
12. Right.
Or
I
less
don't
than
think it
5.
says 90 pounds on the checklist. It just says 5 to 12-year-olds, but yeah, she says it rocks pretty well. And then when I went over there and looked at it, I think it's just the tubing. So
Oh,
that just, yeah.
Well, and under 5, I mean, so no kids under 5 can go on that specific equipment then either.
But it has the infant chairs.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it was for the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's
specifically.
it's near the like buddy swing, like the
Mhm.
mommy and me swing is where the sticker is. This is how well I actually do know where that sticker is.
You didn't look at it, but you looked at it.
I was standing right there.
Somebody may have just well, here's the sticker and just
Mhm.
Put
left
it up,
on and
just put
didn't-
it up
and didn't-
because liability. I'm wondering if the city said you just have to have it up for liability's sake and
Yeah.
be done with it. You know, in case someone sets their 2-year-old on something and
Yeah.
off they go. We had a sign.
We had a sign.
We had a sign. Yeah.
There's a sign there.
So, yeah.
Can I make one other quick announcement, just because this may not have anything to do with Parks and Rec, but Fall Fest is Rotary is seeking some volunteers for Fall Fest, specifically in the kitchen area. So if you have some free time, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday,
It's actually kind of fun.
It's
I did
super
it
fun.
last year.
it's super fun.
The kitchen.
2 hours, yeah.
Yeah, or just like serving, taking orders, doing all that it's pretty fun.
You don't have to cook. Like, sorry, you're not.
You're not
Really?
getting food?
No,
Just
no.
any food out.
Just
Anyway,
like hot dogs.
that's all.
I could do beer.
I know beer signups go fast.
Beer signups are full.
I'm already on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my Friday back.
Yeah, did I take that last year?
I think you might have.
Sorry.
You did.
It is fun. Fall Fest is a really good time. It's an awesome community event. Have you guys been?
Yes.
No?
Oh, is this gonna be your first
Dirk.
time? You're gonna go this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to the Halloween. I went to the Christmas stuff because we didn't get here till right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fall Fest is so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
much
think
fun.
you'll
Definitely
enjoy
come
it.
to Fall Fest. It's a big event.
It
is
is
a big-
a huge event.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
if the weather's like
The
this,
mu-
it'll
yeah.
be
right?
Yeah.
The music is awesome.
That's
People
next
are
weekend,
great.
isn't it?
What's
Next
that?
weekend?
Yeah, the first
No,
weekend in
yeah.
October.
First week in
Yeah,
October.
not this coming.
Yeah. But I mean, 3 days worth of music, food, tons of
Food.
vendors. They have all the vendors come from like street vendors come, for food vendors. That's what I'm trying to say. Jeez, Louise.
We got you.
Um,
We were trying.
Yeah,
Show
thank
on
you.
Sunday.
It's the end of the day.
Cool.
Yeah, they come from Helena, Bozeman. It's a big event.
Okay.
And back to the park related, we all joke it's totally normal to drink beer in the park on a Sunday, but don't do it on Monday, because then it's weird.
Right, then it's weird.
Then it's weird. Because Fall Fest is over, and then you're
Yeah.
just a weirdo drinking
You're
beer
just
in the
a
park, right?
creeper in the park right there. Yeah.
While your kids
Not to
swing on the
mention,
swing
I
illegally.
think you're violating open container laws.
I think there's something there.
by Monday. So,
But Sunday, it's totally acceptable.
yeah, I mean they're very open for volunteers. They need volunteers.
And
Hint,
it's
hint, hint, hint.
Hint.
Yeah,
Hint.
just jump right in. Just jump right in.
I helped build the park.
You did. That's right.
Well, it's nice because it's in shifts. All the volunteer stuff is in shifts. You can
Right.
do like a 2-hour shift, like in the kitchen, serving beer, taking tickets, whatever. But
Do they have the sign up or anything online?
it's all Sign Up Genius.
Okay.
I don't know if you're
I'll
on
look at it.
Facebook or not.
I'm not.
okay.
Becky is.
Okay, but so Townsend Fall Fest is the best like
Yeah.
way to get on there, and then there's a Sign Up Genius, and you just go and
You
sign
could
up
probably
for
go right
whatever.
to the Sign Up Genius site too, I bet, and just
And
plug in-
search,
plug
yeah,
in
Townsend Fall
Townsend
Fest,
Fall
yeah.
Fest.
Okay.
Not trying to make anyone feel guilty, mostly just putting it out into the universe in case anyone is watching too, because I know Rotary meetings tomorrow, and they're a little concerned about, not concerned, but you know that
Yeah.
not as many volunteers as they would like to see.
Go back on that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I don't have anything.
Any other new business? No other new business? No comments from the floor? All right, next meeting, October 21st at 6.
October 21st. I can't believe we're talking about the end of October
So
already.
weird,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
Does that work for
I
both
see
of you?
That works for me.
Yeah.
And I will talk to Jerry Grabentz and see if either him or I can't think of the other gentleman's name that we were working with on the master plan project. Anyway, if one or both of them are available for like a Teams or a Zoom.
For when he gets on with us for those, is it covered under one fee, or are we still hourly with him?
I think it would all be covered under the master plan, but I will find out. That's a good question.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
just
I don't.
adding-
Because I know the initial meeting, he was going to kind of roll that into the master plan.
Okay.
When I think it was you and I
Mm-hmm.
met with him very first, because we wanted to make sure if it cost us, it cost us. We had to ask questions, but still.
Yeah.
We don't
No,
wanna-
Jerry's very great about he works in these small communities, and
He's worth saving money.
yeah, exactly. And Great West Engineering, they want to keep working in these small communities and doing the best they can for all these projects. So,
They're good, a really good company.
so what was the meeting? 10:21. Okay,
10:21 at 6 p.m.,
6
correct?
p.m. Yep,
Okay.
perfect.
All right, I will call this meeting to a close. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you. It's hard if Tori's gone.